Okay. It's Old Man G here, live to you from Red Devil Studios, and today we are going to discuss or react to the Premier League fixtures 2019-2020 season for Manchester United Football Club. Okay, so as you can see here, you can see a list of all the fixtures going through to August till May 2020. Um, and the big thing that you can see, as I can see, is that our first game of the season, August 11th, is at home to Chelsea Football Club. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a really big game. It's a really big game. Um, this season, I think that United are going to be in a period of transition. Looking at the summer transfers, it feels like we're neither here nor there. Um, and we really need to push top four this season. I have my doubts on us catching Liverpool or Manchester City this season, but fingers crossed. But to get over to a good start, we really need to take this win to Chelsea. Certainly not lose, but even then, a point to check with Chelsea at Old Trafford is actually good for them. So they're going to be one of our closest rivals. I think Chelsea Football Club are themselves in a bit of disarray. Sarri's leaving; they don't know who's coming in. They've lost their best player in Hazard. They've got a transfer ban. So really, Chelsea Football Club this season, are there, in my opinion, for the taking. So we should really go all out and attack this team the first of the season. Start fast, start hard, get there, get in, as it were, and really take them down. Because we really need to start strong this season. Manchester United start strong. They're not, and so we really need to. We need to really start strong. Okay, so that's the first big thing. So if we look at August, continue to look at August, Wolves away. Now, Wolves away, I think is even trickier than Chelsea at home, to be honest. Because Chelsea lost a big player, whereas Wolves, we've lost to them. We lost them twice away, where they're a rugged team, know how to play against the top six. That is going to be a very difficult game. They've got so many good players. They've got a good coach. You've got your Jimenez, they've got Soman Doherty, Bolly, they've got so many good players. And for me, I think if we actually take 6 points from those two games, that's actually a statement. Because we've got in quote easier games to come. But looking at this run, I don't think it's far from easy. The 24th in August, we've got Crystal Palace at home. Again, I wouldn't say that's an easier game. Fingers crossed we get Wan-Bissaka to help us in the right back position. But I don't think that Crystal Palace is actually or I would class it as an easy game, to be honest. It's at home, which is good. But Crystal Palace are organised. They've got pace, which can hurt us, especially if we are insistent on playing Phil Jones and Chris Smalling at the back. So we really need to be on our guard against Crystal Palace. And again, a point for them at Old Trafford is not a problem. Then last game of August, 31st, is away to Southampton. Southampton have had a huge turnaround with their new manager. And I remember last season we just beat them 3-2 on Lukaku's third goal. Again, it depends on which Southampton turns up, but it's away from home, so I wouldn't write it off, especially given Manchester United's recent form in losing to Huddersfield and Cardiff in the last two games. If the true Manchester United turns up, we should be okay, but again, can't really write this game off. Okay, I'm going to probably react to the next big games until probably to Christmas. Let's talk to Christmas. Let's go for half the season. React to the remaining fixtures half the season. So in September, okay, fine, and we have Leicester at home. Again, difficult game. Leicester City under Brendan Rodgers, really fighting strong, really team. Tillemans, I don't know if he's going to be there for them this season. I think Vardy's still good. James Maddison in particular, he looks like a really good player. They've got Chilwell, they've got Maguire, they've got a solid keeper, they've got good players. We're playing them at home, but again, which Manchester United's turn is going to turn up? That is the key. Which Manchester United is going to turn up? Because Leicester City's definitely finished very strong last season. West Ham away. This time last season, we got humiliated by West Ham away. I don't think they should pose us that many problems. We should really be able to deal with West Ham away from home, if I'm honest. If we can't do West Ham away, then I think we'll be starting asking questions about Ollie. Then the last game in September is Arsenal. Arsenal at home. Arsenal, again, another football club who they missed out on Champions League. Arsenal fans trying to banter United fans about not getting to Champions League. Finishing position, they're in a state of disarray as well. Looks like they're not going to sign that many players. Well, they'll be competing in Europa League as well. They're going to be a top 4 rival. So we really need to push them and really return to form really against an Arsenal Football Club who, from my initial impressions, don't look like they're going to strengthen, to be honest. And we need to really take advantage of that. Okay, so moving into October, Newcastle United away. Goodness knows what's going to happen with Newcastle, to be honest. Are they going to be taken over? They're not going to be taken over. Are they going to get money or not? Who knows? But Rafa Benitez is a solid coach. We've had a good success against Newcastle United, away and at home. But again, can't really take it for granted. Okay. Moving on. So, yeah, Liverpool at home. Liverpool. Old man G here. It's painful. They won the Champions League. They're in a much better situation than we are as Manchester United Football Club. And they're just going from strength to strength. We have them at home. I don't know what my expectations are for this game. It will really depend on how we are playing up until this point. To be fair, last season, when we were severely weakened, they could only nick a draw from us at home. And that was when all of our good players were out. We were severely weakened. I think Rashford was playing injured. We're almost down to 10. It was that bad, and they couldn't break us down. There's a psychology element, I think, with Liverpool coming to Old Trafford. They can't get at us, and I think we need to take advantage of that. Having said that, we haven't beaten them in a while. We did beat them under Jose, I think, the season before last, but we need to go at them again and show them who's boss. We can't have the Scousers beating us over and over again. We need to make a point. Hopefully, at this point in the season, we would be able to get a good result against Liverpool at home. Right, Norwich away. Difficult to say. They have come up obviously this season. I think this is it's up until what September that we're actually not until October they're actually playing a team that's just been promoted. So fixtures. There you go. But I don't think they should be a problem anyway. Moving quickly on, November, Bournemouth, Brighton, Sheffield, Aston Villa. Again, it feels like that's a slightly lighter. You don't want to take these games for granted, but I feel like our November, end of October, November period should actually be all right. And hope to pick up maximum points from Bournemouth away, Brighton at home, Sheffield United away, and Aston Villa at home. We need to really take maximum points in there. Shout out to Twansibi. So I don't know what's happening with. I don't know if we're recalling or not. I don't think we are. But if he is staying at Aston Villa, I think it'd be good for him to have a good full Premier League season with Villa, and then we can really, at least I would say, he should have a good full season at Villa in the Premier League, and then recall him after full season and slot him into that centre back pairing, and because hopefully he'll be ready because it's got to be better than what we have now. Lastly, just react to the Christmas fixtures, and we'll call it a day. Christmas is going to be difficult. It's difficult. December the 3rd, Tottenham Hotspur at home, who are strong. Tottenham are a strong team. Levy doesn't spend money, but Pochettino's a good coach. Very, very good coach. Took them to a final, and he did one over us at home last season, and he can do it again. So that's going to be a strong team, especially because 4 days later, on the 7th, we have Manchester City away. I don't know. We need to see where we are in this season because we've got Tottenham away, Tottenham at home, then Manchester City away. Then a week later, we have Everton at home, which under normal circumstances I would have dismissed, but after the fact that we went to them last season, and got battered 4-0, I'm not going to underestimate Everton and take that for granted. although we do have it at home. And 7 days after that, although these fixtures are subject to change, obviously, we've got Watford away, again a difficult game, then Newcastle at home, then Burnley away. There might be some League Cup games, but in any case, it's a difficult December. Hopefully, we're in a good position, but we can't really underestimate that run, if I'm honest. So there you have it. I'm hoping to do more of these podcast type things or reactions to games, trailers, and what have you. Responses. Just give me some feedback on what you think you would like on this channel on Red Devil Studio. But yeah, that's my reaction to the Premier League fixture list. I'll be uploading more content in the coming days and weeks. Take care, guys. All the best. Ciao for now.